The movie starts in the studio, where a New Year's Eve television show is being filmed. Christina and Roberto, the lead dancers, along with the crew members, perform on stage, following the show director's instructions. During the performance, a camera crane suddenly falls and strikes the man sitting at table 21 on the head. The man becomes critically injured and is taken away on a stretcher. The management suppresses the matter and tells everyone they do not need to worry. Everything is reset, cleaned, and restarted as if nothing has happened. However, Rosa, the show director, interrupts the shooting, pointing out that the seat at table 21 is empty. Paco responds that nobody is willing to sit there, as it creeps them out and makes them uneasy. Rosa counters him, saying a spotlight would never hit the same spot twice. She instructs Paco to sort it out and find someone willing to sit there. Meanwhile, Jose, a middle-aged man, travels on a bus wearing a tuxedo. Due to his unconventional outfit, he attracts attention from other passengers. His sister, Maria, calls to remind him to pick up their mother so she can go to Disneyland with her children. Jose rejects her request, explaining that he has received a call from a temp agency about a job for which he has waited 3 months. He emphasizes that if he doesn't go, they will blacklist him from future opportunities. However, Maria ignores his reasoning and abruptly hangs up, reminding him to attend to their mother anyway. Jose reaches the site where a large protest is spiraling into chaos. Police cars surround the area, and ambulances stand by. People shout angrily, expressing their frustrations at Alfonso, a veteran singer who is the main star of the event. Benitez and his co-workers emerge from the building, carrying the injured man on a stretcher. As they navigate through the crowd, protesters hurl abuse at them. Benitez asks his colleagues about Alfonso's whereabouts. Benitez meets with Jose and tells him not to be scared. People start throwing things at Jose and hurling abuse at him. Protesters warn Jose not to risk his life and to leave. When he enters the studio, Jose sees people getting dressed, and artists prepare him by applying makeup and changing his outfit. Paco instructs Jose to follow his command and refrain from eating or drinking as everything is makeshift. As soon as Jose sits at table 21, the camera crane tilts and is about to fall again as the cameraman becomes distracted by a woman walking by. Fortunately, he grabs hold of the crane just before it crashes down. Inside the green room, Dan, a young pop sensation, converses with his agent and instructs him to secure a prime spot at noon for his performance. His agent negotiates with Benitez and secures the prime spot, originally reserved for Alfonso. Meanwhile, Yuri meets with his father, Alfonso, in his room. Yuri is Alfonso's adoptive son and works as his PR manager. Alfonso speaks to Yuri, insisting he must appear on the show immediately after the chimes. Yuri reminds him of the contract, which states that the other singer will perform first and can continue performing unless the circumstances require changing the schedule. Alfonso becomes angry. Yuri tries to calm his father, stating that Dan is a great hit and going second isn't as bad as he believes. Enraged by Yuri's behavior, Alfonso grabs a hair straightener, sticks Yuri's finger in it, and burns it. Yuri pleads to stop, but Alfonso says he feels a similar pain with comments like that. Alfonso then releases Yuri and asks him about the bundle of envelopes Yuri keeps in his suitcase. Yuri tells him these are the death threats mailed in for Alfonso over several weeks from someone named Oscar Garcia. Alfonso replies that legends like him often receive death threats, and he doesn't care. The movie reveals a mysterious man entering the studio and heading straight to the washroom. There, he retrieves a suit and gun from a hidden location and prepares to execute his plan. Meanwhile, Jose, replacing an extra who died in a production crane accident, sits next to Paloma, another extra. They introduce themselves in an unusual way by showing the scars picked up during past acting gigs. Two girls at a nearby table plan to use Dan's love juice sample to blackmail him for money. One of them successfully disguises herself as part of the crew and enters Dan's room. She manages to acquire the vial. Paco arrives and starts the New Year party show again. He instructs actors to do fake laughs and applause. Jose notices that when the New Year's show rehearsal begins, people lose themselves and start acting uncontrollably, but stop when the New Year's rehearsal halts. Paloma is a jinxed woman with a history of her partners encountering bad luck. Unaware of her past, Jose starts connecting with her. Their budding romance is interrupted by the strange happenings around them, such as a short circuit on the stage and people behaving weirdly backstage. On the other hand, the mysterious man enters Alfonso's room to kill him. However, he finds Yuri there instead of Alfonso. Yuri informs him that Alfonso is in the makeup room with Dan. The movie reveals that Yuri has hired an assassin named Oscar to kill his father after enduring inhumane cruelty throughout his life. Oscar is an indie songwriter who has written hundreds of songs for Alfonso, but Alfonso never sang any of them. This deprivation of validation from his idol has pushed him to this extreme step. They plan to shoot Alfonso from backstage during his performance. Inside the makeup room, Alfonso meets his bitter rival, Adan. Adan feels honored to be in the presence of the veteran singer, but Alfonso harbors nothing but disdain for him. Driven by jealousy, Alfonso attempts to sabotage Adan's makeup to ensure his performance is ruined. Despite this, Adan delivers an outstanding performance, even with his bruised eye. Afterward, his manager informs him that security footage has revealed the girl he met earlier stole his love juice, which could potentially be used to blackmail him. He asks him to try to identify the girl, so they can retrieve the vial. Meanwhile, Jose grows closer to Paloma as she shares her relationship history. Jose begins to suspect that Paloma might be jinxed, given her track record of bringing bad luck to her partners. His fears seem to be confirmed when he receives a call from the police, informing him that his mother has been saved from a house fire that destroyed her home. Unable to leave until the show's recording is complete, Jose calls his sister Maria to pick up their mother. However, Maria informs him that her flight has been delayed due to a bomb threat, and she will not make it in time to help.
Thank you all for your support. If you want to watch more content like this, like and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and I will see you next time. Stay curious.